Hi, David, and thank you for being with me here today. My name is Patrick, and I am currently working on writing some blogs about coaching and what it's like to become one. So thank you for taking the time to do a little Q&A session with me.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get right into it. First off, just tell me a little bit about yourself. What is your professional background, and what prompted you to become a life coach?
So, my background's kind of unique. I have a duality in my background. I actually got an undergraduate degree in journalism and psychology, and I went back to graduate school for a degree in counseling psychology and student development. I really wanted to focus during graduate school on the LGBT community and how they are challenged with a variety of circumstances that they are faced with in an everyday life. They are looking to kind of overcome obstacles and be able to move themselves into a future that they would only dream of. So that was my focus during graduate school. From there, I actually worked in a psychiatric unit for working with homeless people who are surviving, leaving the psychiatric hospitals, and moving in independent living. From there, I was really found it while rewarding, it was very difficult to kind of manage the stress and the anxiety of kind of handling the emotionalities of this type of population. So I actually ended up switching gears in my career. I actually went into business development and business and worked for a number of years as a business developer. I helped grow companies and help them to develop their products and services. But a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, I just got to a point where I just wasn't feeling fulfilled in the work I was doing. I really wanted to be able to give back and to connect to the audience that I worked with during graduate school. I really wanted to be able to find rewarding work that could be meaningful and exciting and something that I could have applications to my own personal experiences. So from there, I actually went back to school and started going for a certification in life coaching. It is a process that is challenging and rewarding because it really pushes your limits and being able to help someone move into a direction that they are unaware of and something that they're challenged with. So from that point, I started working with clients from a variety of backgrounds, people of all ages, people who were just trying to reconnect with something that would be more rewarding for them.
Okay, great. So tell me, how does coaching differ from, say, counseling, therapy, psychiatry? What is coaching as opposed to those?
So, therapeutic counseling and psychiatry are clinical degrees that people get when they want to work with someone who is challenged with some type of severe mental illness. A psychiatrist is a medical doctor, and a counselor is someone who is a clinician and works with people who are suffering from a mental illness that is debilitating. And a counselor and a therapist works with someone on their historical challenges, works on their past, works on being able to connect with where they came from. A life coach, on the other hand, is someone that works with someone in their present. They work and acknowledge where they are right now, and they acknowledge where they want to go in the future. And that is the work that we do. We work
Okay.
on building something that will be rewarding for your future and the work you hope to attain.
Sure. So, as a life coach looking to work with people moving forward, what type of people now do you specialize in working with, and what types of situations?
So for me, I happen to work specifically with the LGBT community, and more specifically with gay men. Generally, gay men who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Hmm.
Generally, gay men who are challenged with coming out of the closet later in life, dealing with relationship challenges, where their relationship may have ended, a romantic relationship may have moved on, There also might be career changes that they are looking towards. They may be terminated or laid off from a career and they want to switch gears, and now they're moving into a new phase in their life and they want to acknowledge that phase and they want to find a way to move into something that is more rewarding. But a lot of the work that I do is finding the relationship with yourself, finding out who you really are as a person and how you can engage that relationship the most, and how you can find a way to stay significantly close to that person because it means the most to feel relaxed and socially welcome in your own place. That is the significant work we do.
Great. So it sounds like you are working with people who are already struggling to find their way with some types of different situations, and they're probably already in a pretty vulnerable state. So it may be difficult to ask for help or to seek a life coach who would be able to help them get on their way. So what would your advice be to someone who was considering a life coach but was hesitant to do so?
So working with a life coach is very significant. It's an investment in your future. It's an investment into your emotional and psychological development. So the most important thing you should be doing is focusing on the relationship you have with your coach, focusing on how you and your coach connect as two people and how you can be more understanding of where the coach comes from. And hopefully the coach relates to your background and the coach has significant experiences in some type of human development themselves as a way to connect with you and engage with you and find a relationship with you that is rewarding enough to move you in your choices forward. The coach should be someone that is significantly in tune with how to connect with you, to challenge you with questions that are going to connect with you and get you to make significant choices for yourself. It's really important that you find these choices to be significant for your own future development.
Right. So because it's so important to find the right match for you, what can you tell people about yourself that makes you stand out and it's going to make working with you the right choice for people?
So I think working with me is meaningful because of the relationship that I develop with you. I make myself accessible to you 24/7. I am available both in sessions as well as by text and phone. I do sessions over the phone, actually, speaking of which, and as well as via Skype. I connect with you face to face if that's something you're comfortable with and it's something you really find rewarding. Otherwise, we work on the phone. It's a great space for you to open up and feel safe enough to share some of your background that you may not be willing to share in person.
Since you get to work with people on the phone and Skype, does that mean you can work beyond just your local area? Does that extend to the whole country, to the whole world?
Yep. So there's very few limitations on the types of clients I can work with. I can work with people from many countries. The only limitation I have is they have to be able to speak English, and they have to be able to have some type of phone or internet access so that we can connect. And it's important that they are ready and willing and able to share where they've come from and what their goals are and how we might create a path for them that is engaging on the nuances of these goals that are set out to enhance your lifestyle.
It sounds like you have lots of different tools you have to offer to people. It sometimes is a question of, is this a big commitment that the people have to make to working with you, or do they have a chance to meet with you beforehand and discuss whether or not it's a good fit? How would people go about working with you without going all in right at once?
So there's no obligation, free complimentary session offered to anyone who's interested. It's a free way for you to begin to develop a relationship with me, to open up and share who you are as a person, and it allows me to share who I am as a coach. It allows you to see my style and my sensitivities towards who you are and what you've become. And allows you to ask a lot of questions and be able to engage in a deeper dialogue than you might have with a counselor because you're having it over the phone or via Skype. These relationships you develop with me take time and they take a lot of work. But it is initially a great way just to test the waters with me and see what it's like to have a specific conversation about what you meaningfully look for in a coach.
Great. And so where can people find this information, where to sign up for a complimentary session?
So, of course, if you go to my website, davidbussiere.com, and click on book an appointment, there's a free complimentary session button there for you to schedule an appointment with me. It's a very simple way to make sure that you are on my calendar and we can have a great, deeper dialogue with you together. And it's meaningful to me to know that you are invested in your own future.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, David, for your time. You were able to provide some great information about what it's like to work with a life coach and your experiences. So if you would like to try it out and meet David, book your complimentary session on his website, davidbussiere.com. David, thanks again.
Thanks so much.